Hey guys, just going over what we're going to do for Wednesday, May 6th. So remember, still trying to do 100 lunges per leg for our challenge for the week. And then you can do it before, after, evening, morning, whatever. Doesn't matter to me, but trying to get in a little bit extra work. Once you're done with that, or if you're doing it later, whatever. So we're going to start with our ADW. It's going to be the same as Mondays. We're going to start with our crawl, pike, lunge, T-spine rotation. Again, you're doing 5 each side. We're going to go 20 glute bridges, 10 inchworms. Then we're going to go our 90-90. Remember, trying to sit nice and tall, rocking back and forth. And we're down. Heels stay in the same spot. Rotate and do 5 each side. Then we're going to go 5 each side with bird dogs, 10 Supermans, 5 each side with dead bugs, 10 hollow ups, 10 rollover V-sits, 10 each side with our scorpion. Remember, really trying to reach up and across with that heel in order to touch the ground rather than just trying to go across with my toe. Really trying to keep that glute engaged, hamstring nice and tight while we reach up and across. Then we're going to go prone hurdlers, 10 each side, driving my knee up to my elbow, getting down on my chest, and then 10 each side with our T-spine rotations. So that'll be the warm-up. Once we're done with that, we're going to go through strength. We're going to do 4 rounds of A, 4 rounds of B, and we'll have a little skill corrective work at the end for 2 to 3 rounds, and then a little midline work. Not going for rounds unless you want to make it into rounds, but it's just going to be a little accumulation, trying to go a total distance for each side. So strength. First part for A, we're going to go a little lower body. So we're going to go a little backside today. So working on our hammies, glutes, and then we're going to have a little midline for a little active rest in between. So first thing we're going to go single leg hammy slide outs. So again, if my left leg's going to be working, I'm bridging up, good squeeze. Other leg stays nice and straight up in front. And I'm trying to keep my hips up as long as I can. We're trying to go about 5 seconds on the way out with that leg. Hips stay up the whole time. Once my leg extends and gets all the way out, down and down. Again, I'm going to go 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. If you really wanted to, you could alternate back and forth each rep with each leg. But really trying to keep a good 5 seconds on the way down. Again, hips stay up the whole time until that leg goes straight. Then you can let your butt touch, reset. But 10 each leg. Then we're going to go 15 each with a single leg glute bridge. So we are going to add a little bit of a hold to it as well. So again, trying to get chair, table, whatever. My shoulders can sit just on the edge. We're going to go single leg. So again, hips drop down, get up, good squeeze, knee stays over top of my ankle. So again, I'm going to go 15 each. Once I'm done with 15 on one leg, I'm going to add a 15-second hold. So as I'm doing it, we're at 14, 15, on that 15th one, sitting up, 15-second hold, and then I'm going to switch to my other leg and do the same thing. 15 followed by a 15-second hold at the top. Then we're going to go just a side plank. So you could go feet up on the chair if you want, make it a little bit more difficult. If you wanted to, you could add that side plank that we have done in the weight room before, where that bottom leg stays underneath, works on a little bit of groin strength, a little bit of adduction strength with our hip. You don't have to, you could just go both feet up on top, but going with a side plank, again, I'm going to go 60 seconds on one side, switch to the other. So that would be the first option. Again, second one, leaving that bottom foot underneath would be here, 60 seconds, or you could just go both feet on the ground, lift up, 60 seconds, switch to the other side, 60 seconds. So for part B, we are going to start with some bedsheet pull-ups. Unfortunately, I can't set up my camera to do it right now, so I'm going to include a clip from me going over it from a few days ago. We're going to do bed sheet pull-ups. So we're going to go 5 pull-ups. We're going to go 5 seconds on the way down. Again, adding a little eccentric. Remember, you can use your lower body to help if you want. Let those feet slide out. But 5 bed sheet pull-ups, 5 seconds on the way down. Once you're done with that, we're just going push-ups. So however you need to make them challenging for yourself. You could go feet up on a chair with a little decline, make it a little bit harder. You could go hands up on the chair, go incline. You could just go normal, or you could go off of the knees. Doesn't matter to me, whichever option you want to do. So we're going to do 10 to 15 push-ups, and we're just going to go 5 seconds on the way down. So again, trying to add a little eccentric, pinch shoulder blades together, elbows stay back, 5 seconds, tap, back to the top. Again, we're going to do 10 to 15, really keeping good control on the way down. But trying to do all of them with that eccentric loading. Pinch shoulder blades together, let those elbows go back. 10 to 15 reps. And then we are just going to do a normal plank right down the middle. You can go forearms. You could go up in a push-up position with just a 60-second plank straight down the middle. Again, that'll be part B. We're gonna do 4 rounds of B and then go into our corrective and skill work. So our corrective skill work is going to be, again, a little ankle work and a little hip work. So calf raises. Again, you could, if you have weights at home, one version that you could do is sitting on the edge of a chair, up on my toes. I could set a little bit of weight. I could even put a book or something underneath my toes so that, imagine this is a book, put it down on the ground, feet are up on the edge, so now my heel can drop down below the ball of my foot a little bit, giving my ankle a little bit more range of motion. But again, if I want to set a little bit of weight up here, lift up, squeeze, back down. Otherwise, the other version would be that I would rather see you do if you could. If you want to use a little chair for a little bit of balance, you could. But it is just going to be single leg at a time. Again, if you had a book or something to add a little bit of elevation, foot can go on the edge. Just lift up, squeeze, nice and slow on the way back down. Up, squeeze. Again, I'm not trying to push down into this, just using it for a little bit of balance. So I'm going to do 15. Switch to the other foot. Up, squeeze, nice and slow on the way back down. I don't care about a tempo. It's just slow and controlled on the way down. Maybe 3 seconds. But once you're done with that, we're going to go 20. So both feet at the same time. And on that edge of the book if you want. But 20, good squeeze at the top. Doesn't need to be controlled on the way down. Just a good pinch of the calves at the top. Then we're going to go a curtsy step up. So I'll show it 2 different ways just so you can kind of see. But I'm going to start with my foot on the outside of my chair. So I'm using a chair, step up onto. Foot starts on the outside. I'm trying to get this foot all the way to the middle, trying to make sure my knee still tracks the outside. It's not going to stay over top of my ankle, that's fine. I'm leaning into this front leg, loading my hip a little bit, and stepping up onto the chair. Again, back down, my foot goes outside the chair again. So, see it this way, might be a little bit easier. Again, I'm going to line up all the way on the left side of the chair. Foot comes up and across, leaning up over top of that foot, stepping up to the top, and back down. Again, we're going to do all of them on one side, switch to the other. We are doing 15 each leg. So we're going to get, again, skill, a little corrective work, hips and ankles, 2 to 3 rounds. 3 rounds if you have a little bit more time, 2 rounds is fine. But once you're done with that, then we're going to a little midline work. Again, I said it's going to be accumulation. It's not for reps, it's just for total distance. So if you have a backpack, if you have a kettlebell, something that you could carry a little bit easier, we are going to go single arm, So if you don't have distances that you could go, you could just go a normal hold, just sitting here holding it. Still gonna work on your midline a little bit more. You might be able to use a little bit more weight just because you're not gonna be walking with it. So single arm hold overhead, you're gonna hold for 90 seconds. Again, shoulders still stay square. I'm not trying to lean back to keep that weight up. I'm gonna go 90 seconds. Or I could go walking and I'm gonna go for 100 yards. So if you have 20-yard increments, 10-yard increments, 15, whatever you have outside that you could do or inside, you're trying to accumulate 100 yards. So however that looks like for you with cones, driveways, sidewalks, whatever at home, I'm gonna do 90 seconds or 100 yards on one side. Switch, same thing on the other, 90 seconds, 100 yards. Once you're done with both arms up overhead, then we're gonna go a rack hold. So I can still do a rack hold with the backpack pretty easy. My elbow stays in, again, not way out to the side. It can still stay up in front, that's fine, but this hand stays nice and close to my face. Again, that elbow can stay in front, it can stay down next to my body. But 90 seconds, 100 yards, switch, or that other side, 90 seconds, 100 yards. And then lastly, you guessed it, suitcase. So down to the side, 90-second hold, or 100 yards, both sides. Again, that's total. Even if you needed to split up the seconds and you wanted to do 3 bouts of 30 seconds, however you needed to split it up in order to get it done. Again, I'd rather see you challenge yourself with what weight you have, rather than just do a super easy weight, stand here for 90 seconds on one side, 90 seconds on the other. So if you can load up quite a few textbooks, what have you, into your backpack, again, that would be a good way to challenge yourself for the carries. Once you're done with the carries, again, just the challenge for the week, 100 lunges each leg per day, and that's it.